I just finished a painting that I sold to someone in Tennessee, and they told me that it was going to be hung in the local townhouse, which is insane. I'm very excited to see those pictures. And it's strange that I spent so long working on it. That painting has seen so many sides of me. I've been very interested in portraying my own psychology, my anticipation for the future, or just concepts that I find interesting. And I've been told that the art I make is relatively surreal, but I don't think I can group myself with the surrealists because I am too calculated for that. Psychic automatism in its pure state, one proposes to express the actual functioning of thought. I'm very interested in the unconscious as the seat of the imagination. Freudian ideas about castration, anxiety, fetishes, the uncanny, and how those concepts manifest in one's dreams. The most uncanny dream I've ever had was when I was 6. I dreamt that my dad stepped into a puddle and turned into this snail/fish creature. Eyes are probably the most uncanny thing to me. I still remember the way his face looked in the dream. A little over a year ago, I dreamt that I was in a class whose main objective was to design a weapon of mass destruction to kill the aliens that were trying to take over the human race. The first semester started with hiding, and if you were caught, you were failed and left to die. The second semester of this class, we started designing the weapon. It was just like this crystalline machine, but it couldn't really destroy anything as it moved. The aliens caught us and made us eat ourselves to death. I was sitting at this long table. It was like Last Supper-esque. I was sitting next to my sister, and next to my sister was my mom. I just finished the last meal they gave us when they gave us another set of utensils and a bowl of acid. I distinctly remember watching my mom bend the utensils and dip them in the acid so that she could better swallow them. And my sister froze, and I was stuck between trying to save my sister while also copying my mom. I somehow cut my utensils up and then put some pieces in my mouth and took the bowl of acid so that I could wash it down. And I began chewing, and as I was chewing, my teeth were melting and breaking. I remember feeling this in my body during the dream. As my teeth were breaking, my sister got shot in the head and her face fell into the bowl of acid, and then I woke up. The uncanny is very interesting to me. Freud's theory of the uncanny proposes that when one experiences something as eerily familiar, it looks strange because it's been repressed, and this is experienced as discomfort or shock by the recipient. Marchese Casati is a striking example of how eerie and uncanny the eyes can be. I've been obsessed with looking at pictures of her and how feverish her eyes are. I would like to explore how to play with repulsion and attraction in my work. I've been making a digital painting that revolves around that idea. questioning the reliability of our sensory experiences, how one's subjective experiences cannot be objectively verified as real. I've been very interested in surrealist automatic drawings, during which one is not consciously thinking about the art they are making. The artist purposefully paints or draws without thinking, so that the images come straight from his or her unconscious mind. Artists have been doing this for quite some time in order to bypass the rational mind, and that is something I would love to get good at so that I become a less calculated artist. I feel like that calculation and almost fear prevents me from becoming better. There are many ways to produce automatic works. You can smear paint all over a canvas and then add pre-rendered shapes and lines. You can rapidly draw using pen and India ink and bring figures to life from the images you see. Some artists have used smoke to draw on the canvas, and a lot of surreal, dreamlike formations emerge from that. The psychological concept of apophenia and pareidolia is also very interesting to me, because seeing patterns and faces in random stimuli differs between each person, and you can train yourself to recognize patterns in your own subconscious if you produce automatic works often. Doing anything slowly is difficult for me because I'm incredibly impatient, and I feel like most people nowadays are. I would like to remedy this. So I will go slow, and I will teach myself how to be intentional yet sporadic, creative and not rigid.